So I'm really excited today because today I'm gonna make a Filipino adobo. The only difference from the adobo that I usually make, this is adobo from America's Test Kitchen. If you want to see the video that I watched, it will be in the description down below. It's really interesting because it uses like coconut milk and just a different method of cooking the chicken. I'm gonna test this chicken against my mom's chicken adobo. Let's start. Right, first make sure you have 8 chicken thighs. Do not go with boneless or skinless. You want that chicken skin and that bone in. Then you're going to trim off any excess fat. My chicken thighs have this big layer of skin that I just didn't need, so I just cut it off. Then allow the chicken to marinate in 1/3 cup of soy sauce for about 30 minutes. You don't need to add any salt. In a cold skillet, place the chicken thighs skin down. And then put on medium-high heat. You're going to cook this for about 10 minutes until the skin is crispy brown. In the leftover soy sauce marinade, you're going to add 13-ounce can of coconut milk unsweetened, 3/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, add 8 garlic cloves, about 4 bay leaves or shards of bay leaves, and then 2 big teaspoons of black pepper. Mix the marinade or the sauce. And then you're going to transfer your chicken out of your platter. Make sure the skin is brown. That's one thing I didn't really do. I just took it out after 10 minutes. And then you'll see all that fat. You don't need it. We're going to get rid of it. That's the whole point of that step. Then you can put the chicken back in the skillet, skin down, and add that sauce you just made. Now you're going to let this chicken cook for about 20 minutes until the chicken registers 175 degrees. My temperature gauge stopped at 160, so I cooked it 7 more minutes longer than I probably needed to. So take the chicken out of the sauce. It should be cooked by then. And what we're going to do now is remove the shards of bay leaves. And then you're going to just let that sauce simmer for about 5 minutes. For some reason I see a word in the sauce. Looks like rare. Then pour the sauce back over the chicken. And voila, you got chicken adobo, America Test Kitchen style. Yum. So here's my mom's chicken adobo. This is America's Test Kitchen adobo, and my mom's chicken adobo had a lot more fat compared to mine, so that braising method works really well. After I was done cooking my chicken adobo, I was going to do this taste test between my mom's adobo and get my parents to join in, but they were kind of, I didn't even want to ask. I knew they would say no because it was like nighttime and it was too late. Here's my analysis of the America's Test Kitchen adobo versus my mom's adobo. First off, when I did taste it, I did notice it was a bit more moist. However, I did overcook it just a bit. I cooked it longer than it said in the recipe, and that was because my thermometer was jacked up. I don't know, I might have been touching the bone or something, and I think if I did do it right, it would have been really nice and tender. I also noticed that my sauce versus the sauce I saw in the video, it wasn't as white or creamy, and that's because when I used the coconut milk, I chose the coconut milk that was low in fat and low in calories. My mom had like 4 cans of coconut milk, and when I was looking at all the labels, I was like, yeah, I'll choose that one. However, I think it did change the flavor profile of the recipe because it didn't look the same. Number 3, there was something that I liked in my mom's adobo that the America's Test Kitchen adobo didn't have, which was this other flavor that was sweet. Not too sweet, but it was distinctive and unique. And then when I looked at my mom's adobo, I was like, what is that? What does she put in? And she put these big star anise seeds, and you just plop them, boil them with your chicken, and that flavor should infuse into your sauce. I asked my mom, is this some type of secret ingredient that your family has? And she said, no, it's Chinese. So it's just something my mom added into the recipe. So those are things I would do differently. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Fuses. We haven't ran for like anything, like a second. Let's see if I can drag him.
I'm making us dinner. I'm making it.
This one.
I'm videotaping it.